The community is in mourning after 3 students were shot and killed in the country's latest mass shooting. This time, the gunman opening fire at Michigan State University last night. Right now, 5 other students are fighting for their lives in a Lansing hospital. Police say the 43-year-old gunman took his own life, and authorities say he had no connection to the university.
And tonight, we're learning more about those 3 people who died, all of them students. Their loved ones are remembering each in their own way tonight.
Brian Fraser. He was a sophomore at Michigan State, originally from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Fraser was the chapter president of his fraternity. His brothers remember him as a great friend. Alexandria Verner was a junior at MSU from just north of Detroit. Verner's high school superintendent says she was a tremendous student, athlete, and leader. Her parents, brother, and sister are all grieving. Ariel Anderson was a junior at the university. Her family says she was passionate about helping her friends and family and serving others. Her loved ones say Anderson means the world to them.
And we continue our live team coverage tonight.
Kaylee
Kirby talked to MSU students from Toledo. They described the hours of terror hiding from the gunman as he moved through the campus. But we start tonight with Chase Bachman, who went to campus tonight and has more on how the community is supporting the victims and students tonight. Chase?
It's a dark day in East Lansing. We went to the vigil at Eastminster Presbyterian Church, where people are using their faith to guide them. The church gives people a chance to find comfort in a time filled with tragedy.
Everyone that I've talked to, all the faith professionals, all the administration professionals are all dedicated to doing whatever we can to take care of the people that have been impacted by this.
Kurt Dwyer is the lead pastor at Martin Luther Chapel, which held a vigil Tuesday evening. He says this time is about support.
Just help them to talk through and process what they've been through. We'd all like to say the one thing that'll make it all better and make it go away. Nobody has that word. So we offer a shoulder to cry on, we offer an ear to listen, and I'll offer a prayer when they're ready.
Later in the night down the road, Eastminster Church held another vigil. Michiganders like Dan Beasley were there to offer support. Dan travels the country with a cedar cross to shine a light on tragedy and says this time is no different.
This cross represents the light of the world, and we're here to bring that light and bring a sense of hope and comfort back to the city of East Lansing.
He says the way to helping people now is to show your emotion.
To come out to the memorial sites that'll be there, and don't be afraid. I mean, shed your tears and just get your arms around each other and love on each other.
There will be another vigil tomorrow at the Rock here on campus at 6 o'clock, which has been spray painted with the question, how many more? Reporting in East Lansing, Chase Bachman, WTOL 11.
I always lock my door at night, but I never am locking my door because I think there's going to be a murderer that comes in and kills me.
Those horrifying hours are still on repeat tonight for 2 MSU students who are from Toledo.
They left campus just hours after the shootings, but are still in shock tonight. Kaylee Kirby continues our team coverage tonight.
Kaylee, talk to us about these students. Where were they when this happened?
Yeah, Jeff, Melissa, one of the students was in her dorm with a couple of friends when they got the email to find safety. The other was at his fraternity house studying for a test about a half-mile away from campus. Both say it was the scariest night of their lives.
Notre Dame alum Gabby Gill says it's hard to put into words the emotions you're feeling when there's a shooting on your campus.
We just barricaded the doors and turned off all the lights and locked ourselves in the bathroom, and we're just got our computers out immediately and turned on the police scanner, and we were there in the bathroom for 4 hours.
And even after getting the all clear, she and her friends stayed in their dorm for another 45 minutes before packing up and driving back to Toledo. St. John's alum Zach Moon says the adrenaline is so high, you don't think about what's happening. You only think about staying alive.
It didn't hit me. I was what? This is happening right now. And so I was just kind of following everyone else's lead. I would have never expected like that to happen in my life.
And in the middle of the chaos, Gabby's mom was trying to stay calm to keep her calm. But that's hard to do when a part of you is 2 hours away.
It was really hard not to hop in my car and drive up there. It was very, very hard.
Now that her daughter is home, she's thankful, but it hasn't stopped the emotion she's feeling.
I'm mad that they had to experience this. And it just makes me sad, mad. There's so many emotions going through my head. I'm just relieved that my baby is fine.
Both Gabby and Zach say they've never felt unsafe on campus before, and that's mainly because they never thought something like this would happen to them.
Our campus is giant, so I live pretty far away from like the main strip, so I always feel pretty safe when I get back to my dorm and I'm with my friends. I've never felt like I was in danger.
I never felt unsafe, but I never felt safe because I just never really thought that this could possibly happen, something of this magnitude like last night was.
I think, Jeff, just as parents, we can sympathize with some of the thoughts that these parents are having, but how do the parents and the students feel at the thought of having to return there after this?
Yeah, both the students and Gabby's mom is very nervous for them to return just because everything is still very new to them and they're still trying to figure out these emotions. I do know that classes have been canceled for them for the rest of this week. So when it does come time for them to return, they are nervous, but they do believe that the school will make sure there's extra precautions and safety in place for them as well.
I do want to bring up something else we talked about real quick in the newsroom. You said students were sent out a link to listen to the police scanners last night. You found that out.
Yes. When I was doing the interview both with Gabby and Zach, they had said to me that when they got that email to run, fight, and hide, that also in the next email it was sent to them, here is the scanner traffic so that you can listen and pay attention in case you have friends, so that you know what's going on around you.
Absolutely.
Haley Kirby, thanks so much for that.